Metrics in our segment Fittest, Fastest, Strongest.
Absolute ripper, seemed to move late. It's gone, crashes into the stumps.
And bowling, he's gone through. Umesh Yadav has so often does for India. Oh, bowling.
The sound of leather rattling timber, every pace bowler's dream. Have you wondered what goes into making that dream come true? The sacrifices, the pain, the sheer toll bowling consistently at 140 kilometers per hour over after grueling over takes on the body.
I had 7 stress fractures in my back. It does hurt to be a fast bowler.
It's a pretty crazy thing to do with one's body.
Fast bowling may be an art form, but the road to glory is not pretty.
I call ourselves the props of this world in rugby terms. They do the donkey work, but it's also very satisfying.
Add to that the ever-looming risk of injuries. They make fast bowling a Herculean task. In this edition of Fittest, Fastest, Strongest, we attempt to break down the burden that falls squarely on an international fast bowler's body. It begins with the all-important run-up, the key source of a bowler's rhythm.
Oh, that this time maybe. Yes, indeed.
The run-up is very important because it builds rhythm. If you are just bowling with your body strength, you're not going to last very long in a spell nor in a career.
A fast bowler typically accelerates up to 95% of his maximum running speed at the peak of his run-up.
I talk a lot with my bowlers that you need to be accelerating towards the wicket and getting that momentum towards the wicket. It's a huge part of bowling quick.
This leads to the crucial landing foot. In case of a pace bowler, the landing foot bears 6 times his body weight upon impact with the surface of the pitch.
Concrete has 0 shock absorption. A turf pitch has 30% shock absorption and grass has 75% shock absorption. So you can get an indication of a bowler running in continuously on a hard rolled pitch. What the shock absorption is very minimal and the stress is extremely variable.
This happens every time a pacer delivers the ball, which means the likes of Mohammad Shami and Umesh Yadav have to endure this and recover in time to bowl the next delivery, ball after ball.
To be able to bowl fast for a sustained period of time, you need to be extremely fit, you need to be technically efficient. So being fit and being technically efficient would help you to bowl fast over a sustained period of time.
Fast bowling and injuries go hand in hand, and pace bowlers can break down any moment.
Just see when he landed, he just pulled up and grabbed the back of his leg straight away, right at the top there, his hamstring.
Even Mohammad Shami has had to contend with this reality. While he played through pain in the 2015 World Cup, despite sporting an injured knee, putting country before self, he had to miss out on action after that. Shami suffered another setback in the first test of the England series when he pulled the old hammy. Thankfully, it was nothing serious. What can be really serious are injuries to the lower back. These stress fractures can take a pace bowler out of action for over 12 months.
Incidentally, when we look at the statistics around a fast bowler and his injury rates, okay, the lower back compromises for about 18 to 24% of injuries in fast bowlers. Bowlers are obviously at the highest risk of injury. Between 30 to 50% of all injuries happen to bowlers, okay, predominantly. And here's something very, very interesting, that we have found that more than 55% of lower back injuries happen to bowlers below the age of 24.
As age catches up, a quick bowler has to contend with side strains, ankle and hamstring injuries, and of course, career-threatening degenerative knee condition.
Fast bowler is prone to 3 particular injuries. He's prone to injuries in the lower limb, and actually 60% of injuries in fast bowlers happen in the lower limb, which is the knee and foot joint. He's prone to stress fractures of the lower back, and most recently we found that he's prone to a lot of shoulder injuries.
Staying fit is vital, and every international fast bowler needs to ensure his body remains injury-free as far as possible. Specific drills and exercises are a must, especially if you're a tearaway pacer like Brett Lee.
There's a lot of injuries going around the game at the moment. We want to make sure that we keep these young fast bowlers on the field as long as possible. I want to show you how to train differently. I think the general rule around about training in the gym is to lift heavy weights, do heavy squats, big bicep curls. We're not about that. There's no mirrors in here. It's a really good exercise this to simulate running, gets the strength in your quads and your hamstrings and your calves, without obviously bulking them up too much. That's really, really good shoulder stability. Once again, there's no heavy weights here, no mirrors. It's all functional training. Really good for the consistency of the muscles around the shoulder region to bowl fast without bulking up. Another good exercise for the calves, getting up there to simulate when you're bowling, when you're jumping off. So all this stuff is all designed around, one, keeping fit, two, if you're a sportsman, you can utilise this and do the different drills to simulate when you're bowling fast. So remember, get your glutes and your hamstrings really, really tight. Once again, this is a great exercise for your lower abdominals. I think it goes unnoticed with the strength and conditioning with your core strength. So all your abs and your side and everything, very, very important to bowl fast and maintain that stability and that pressure when you're going through the crease. To be a great fast bowler, you've got to be a good runner and a good sprinter. And this is one drill that the sprinters do to ensure that their legs are strong enough, once again without bulking up too much.
Another key aspect of pace bowling is recovery. It takes just one wrong move to end a career. Rest and rehabilitation are a must, especially when injuries are serious.
The reason I'm saying it's the most neglected component is because right now we're starting to shed a lot of light on that. But over the last 10 years, emphasis was placed on training. So you found cricketers going into the gym, lifting heavy weights, you found them doing their runs, doing their sprints, but not enough time was spent on recovery. Probably one of the most critical areas of recovery that I found most athletes make a mistake on is sleep. If you're a professional cricketer, you need to be getting a minimum of 10 hours of sleep because you are spending 8 hours on a field. And the less you sleep, the higher your risk of injury is.
Fast bowling is clearly not for the faint-hearted. Given the risks and challenges involved, coupled with a packed playing schedule, pace bowlers had to bear a huge burden.
There he is, the swing and a miss from Bruce Martin.
They dictate which direction that test match is going to go.
So the next time a fast bowler shatters the stumps with the red cherry, spare a thought for all the joints and muscles that have been broken and torn in creating that one magical moment.
Oh, he knocked him over. This is the line that Sean Pollock was talking about.